tonight, but once again, we have a lot of new folks in the audience. Let us know who you are and what outfit or with fire your question. Raise your hand for the mic here in the center.
Kevin Control, NBA TV. JR, you were obviously in the zone tonight. JR, I'm ready. Could you tell us how much fun is it to not only be in a system that fits your skill set, but encourages you to shoot?
It's extremely fun. It's easy to play. I get a lot of open shots, so it's easy for me to get into a rhythm early. And once I start shooting, whether I make or miss, everybody just tells me keep shooting. So it's a great situation.
Jacob Eisenberg, Sheridan Hoops. LeBron, you and Damari seemed to be jawing a little bit in the first half, but after he went down, you seemed to share a moment. Can you possibly share what you said to him?
Well, at the end of the day, we all are brotherhood. The NBA is a brotherhood, and you never want anyone to get injured, even in combat. And so that's what went through my mind. Obviously, I love competing versus anybody who loves to compete as well. He's one of those guys that was competing throughout the night, throughout the postseason. And I'm not sure of the severity of the injury right now. But I hope you have recovery, whatever it is. We just don't want nobody to get hurt like that.
LeBron, Kevin, NBA TV. Could you tell us the difference, which I guess the group of shooters you played with in Miami, you compare those to these groups that you have now, because both can explode?
Well, I've been fortunate enough to play with some shooters to help spread the floor for myself. And what I do best, and that's being in attack mode, and to be able to play one of the all-time greats in Ray Allen. You also play with Mike Miller, Shane Battier, James Jones, Steele, and then you get a guy like J.R. Smith who's able just to shoot the ball and have the extreme confidence that every time they let it go, that it's going in. I've been blessed to play with guys like that. And when you have guys like that, you have to utilize them. Why they went for them.
Ron, can you, Phil Belton, can you talk about the well-set play, last 37 seconds when you went for a dunk?
Well, Coach drew up a play, and we just tried to run it to perfection. He drew up a play, and double T came up and set a screen and roll, and I was able to get to the middle of the floor, and the ability, the way we were shooting the three ball tonight, kind of kept those last two defenders at bay, and I was able to just turn the lane and make a big play for our team at that time.
Mark Schwartz, ESPN. I have one for both of you guys. JR, before you came to Cleveland, you had a certain reputation in the league. People had a certain idea of who you were. How important was it for you to change that reputation, and what steps do you think you made as soon as Cleveland called you saying that they were interested in trading for you?
It was extremely important because more than anything, it's for my parents. The parents, they know what type of person they raised, and they know the type of person they inspired me to be. So it wasn't really for myself; it was more for them, if not for anybody.
LeBron, when the organization first approached you and said we can make a move to get J.R. Smith, but we have concerns, what was your idea about the importance and the value of getting a player like this in your franchise?
Get him here and I'll take care of him.
Say you plan to take care of him.
Yeah, I got him. You get him here, I got him.
LeBron, right here in the corner. Brian Leak, Sports Radio 680 The Fan. What worked for you for the team defensively against the Hawks in your three-point shooting? And for JR, how important was it for you to keep things rolling after you got hot early?
Well, we have a great coaching staff, first of all, that gives us a game plan. And, we kind of, throughout these 6 days, we kind of been bouncing, ways we can try to, not stop what they do, but just try to limit some of their touches, limit some of Kyle Korver's touches and some of their other three-point shooters. But, we're the number one defensive team in the playoffs, and it has a lot to do with what we go out as as a coaching staff, they give us our game plan, and then for us as the players, we go out and execute it. And in order for us to win, ultimately, we have to defend. You know, tonight we shot 44% from the field, but we defended, gave ourselves a chance. And, you know, when you defend at a high level, you can give yourself a chance to win every night.
I just try to just roll with the punches almost. I mean, once the team pretty much starts closing out to you at bay, just try to, you know, get in attack mode. At the same time, try to find my teammates. So it's kind of hard when you hit shots that I was hitting to, you know, try to pass the ball. But you got to figure out a way.
LeBron, Jonathan Simmons from Real Talk Sports, WIGO 1570. You touched on it a little bit, but two quick questions. What was it that you saw in JR that made you very in favor of bringing him to Cleveland? And number two, what type of satisfaction do both of you get after having a game like this against the Hawks?
Well, me and JR's history goes back long before he came into the NBA. You know, before he came to the NBA, he came to my hometown. We worked out, you know, multiple days, multiple times. And you know, for me as a leader of a team, you know, you always just want to try to give someone an opportunity. You know, what the talent this guy presents. You know, I knew the man he was, and I didn't really care about what everybody else thought about him. Obviously, you know, our front office, they have the last say so. You know, and for me, you know, they have the last say so. But you know, when they made it, they said that they was going to do it, and I was definitely all for it. You know, I felt like for me, you know, we was getting a great piece. We was getting a great piece not only on the floor but off the floor as well, because I'd known him before he even got to this point. To answer your second question, to be able just to make plays to help your team win is all that matters for me. And we have a guy like this that was shooting the ball extremely well. You know, broke the game open, but also the contributions from Deli off the bench once again. And then our two bigs, both of them having double-doubles, you know, in their time. You know, it was big time.
Martin, Cleveland.com. Two questions. One, could you take us through what happened in the third quarter? I think you stepped on the camera guy, and then two, after some really good quarters offensively, second, third quarter, you guys seemed to get out of rhythm a little bit in the fourth. What happened there, you know, until you finished?
Further than it should be, but I stepped on his foot and turned my ankle. You know, and happy that it didn't cost me the rest of the game. I was able to go back out there and make a few plays. I think, to answer your second question, we can't worry about how many points we're up, how many points we're down. We have to continue to play our game. And it starts with me. You know, I take all responsibility of it. Fourth quarter, I played way too much isolation basketball, one-on-one basketball, a lot of defense to set. And I was letting the clock run down way too much, either for me to just I had to take the shot, or I was giving it to my guys leading the shot clock, and they couldn't do nothing with it besides shoot it or turn the ball over. So I will do a better job. I might watch the game over again tonight as I try to get my body ready for game two. So that starts with me. You know, things that he cannot control. Only worry about the things that he can control, and you know, that like I said, that would be my job, to help him understand, no matter what he's going through physically, never let it creep into his mind where it affects him mentally.